Hello students, our topic is relation between electric field and potential, or prove that E is equal to minus dV by dr. That is, electric field intensity is equal to negative of potential gradient. Consider 2 points A and B in uniform electric field of strength E at separation delta r. That means A and B are 2 points separated by distance delta r in uniform electric field. Consider positive charge be brought from A to B against the electric field. Now, by definition of potential difference, VB minus VA is equal to WAB divided by Q naught. Q naught should be small positive test charge. That means potential difference is equal to work done in bringing unit positive charge from one point to another. Now work done is equal to force dot delta R. Force and delta are both vector quantities. Now angle between F and delta R is 180, means direction of force in the direction of electric field, but we are bringing charge from A to B, so theta will be 180 and cos 180 is equal to minus 1. F delta R cos 180, that means minus F delta R. Now again we know F is equal to Q node E. Now substitute the value of F. F is equal to Q node E into delta R. Now VB minus VA will be equal to minus E delta R. That is E is equal to minus dV by dr. That means electric field intensity is negative of potential gradient. Now another topic is electric flux. Electric flux denoted by phi, and it is scalar quantity. It is defined as number of field lines passing the area normally. In the diagram, we have shown uniform electric field and area placed perpendicular to electric field. Area is also vector quantity and direction is away and outward normal. Now phi is equal to E dot S. E and S both are vector quantity. So electric flux is dot product of electric field intensity and surface area. Consider small surface area ds. D phi is equal to E dot ds. We are defining small electric flux from small area ds. D phi is dot product of E and ds. E ds cos theta, where theta is the angle between E and normal to surface area. It is scalar product of E and area vector. It is scalar quantity and SI unit is Newton per coulomb into meter square. Since unit of E is equal to F upon Q, so F upon Q is equal to Newton per coulomb and meter square is the SI unit of area. Now we can calculate dimensional formula ML2 T raised to power minus 3 A raised to power minus 1. Flux will be maximum when theta is 0 degree. Now flux will be 0 when theta is equal to 90 degree, since value of cos 90 degree is 0. Now we are discussing about Gauss theorem. Gauss theorem. Total flux passing through the closed surface in vacuum is 1 upon epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed the surface. Mathematically, it can be written as phi is equal to closed integration E dot ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. Now here there are two definitions of Gauss theorem. First, we can define in the form of closed integration E dot ds, and other definition we can define phi is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Now we are doing another derivation proof of Gauss theorem. Let positive point charge be placed at the center of sphere of radius r. Take a small area element ds on the surface at P. According to Coulomb's law, electric field intensity due to charge Q at P point E is equal to K Q upon R square R unit vector. Now theta is 0, where K is electrostatic force constant and value of K is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught and equal to 9 into 10 raised to power 9. Now ds is the small area which is considered on point P on the surface of sphere. Also it is vector quantity and direction away from ds. Now ds in mode vector eta is the unit vector which show direction of ds. Now value of r unit vector and eta unit vector is equal to 1. Total flux closed integration E dot ds. Now substitute the value of E and ds in this equation. E is equal to K Q upon R square ds and ds is equal to ds. Now R unit vector and eta unit vector is equal to 1. Now closed integration ds is equal to 4 pi r square. Surface area will be equal to 4 pi r square. Substitute value of ds. Now r square will be cancel out and value 1 upon epsilon naught into q. Now we have proved the Gauss theorem phi is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. If the medium surrounding the charge has a dielectric constant K, now we will substitute epsilon instead of epsilon naught. If net charge within the surface is 0, then phi will be 0.